Hey there, boys and girls, and welcome to episode 160 of Sonic Boom TV. This is a thrift store finds episode again. We do these quite often. So in the last week or so, I've kind of not really gone looking so much, but made a few stops here and there, and wanted to show you guys what I got. I feel like I'm missing something here. Anyway, so I went to the little pawn shop that's near my house that I've mentioned before. That always says that they don't get new stuff. Well, they did. They have new stuff every time I go in there. I don't know why the guy chose to lie about that to me. I don't know. But their CDs are $1, their records are $1. The records haven't changed, and the records are pretty gross looking. They have a few things that have been in there for a while that just look so yuck that I don't want to even mess with them. But I got a few things that I'd never heard of before, and one that now I'm going to be searching for the other part of it forever now, just because, whatever. So we'll start with that. I came across this single from Tanya Donnelly, or Tanya, I think it's Tanya Donnelly. She is from the Breeders, Belly, and Throwing Muses. She was in those three bands. I think she started Belly on her own, and the other two were with other people. But anyway, this is a pretty single for Pretty Deep, and it has 2 extra songs, These Days and Influenza. And apparently, this is a UK release, I believe, as well. But apparently, there's another release of this. I think it's got the same cover and everything, except it's got 2 different bonus tracks, and it still has. It's pretty deep. So it's a 2 CD set that were separately sold, I guess. That's how it works. So I have to look more into it, but I know there's another one, and now I want to get that. So, this one, the rest of these are alternative rock, I think, as well. Haven't had a chance to listen to any of this. But Supreme Love Gods, I've heard the name of this band before, but I don't know anything by them. This is the self-titled album from 1992. It's the back. It's kind of hard to see there. Then this one took a little bit of finding on Discogs, and it's called Serious Pilgrim. Don't have any clue about it. I just like the cover. Kind of like the CD label as well. It's alternative, but I don't know anything about it. Another one I thought was interesting, and it was a promo, so I just, I went for it. It's called 9 Volt. No, self-titled. That CD is cool too. It's like gold. Let's pull that thing out, see what's behind there. And they got a little 9-volt battery character running through the thing. So this one's I would think this one's going to be like a heavier alternative rock, maybe grunge even. Kind of neat. And for these CDs to be in as good as condition as they are from that place, that thrift store, it is pretty good, because they have a lot of water damage stuff in there, I've noticed, and a lot of times the booklets are stuck together, which will bring me to the next one. This one, surprisingly, is worth a few bucks. It's worth like 25 to 30 bucks or something like that. It's called Strap On Halo. It's some sort of goth situation going on there. A little sexy lady right there. She's covered, don't worry. She's on the CD. Whoop, there goes the CD. The CD case is the center part is messed up, so that's why I fell out. But here when I open the booklet, It was slightly stuck together, and you can see right there where it kind of tore a little bit. But this is some kind of goth something. I looked it up, didn't find too much on it, but except that it was like 28 or 30 or something like that dollars all across the line. So it might be hard to find. But what interested me about it, which made me pick it up, because I wasn't going to put it back. I didn't know what it was. But then I looked at the back, and there's Hotel California and Bela Lugosi's Dead. So, those are, Bela Lugosi's Dead is like the most famous goth song, I guess. And then Hotel California, the Eagles, that hit song. And I just wanted to see, I was like, what? Why would somebody cover both of those songs? And I want to hear how it sounds. So I took it home, and when I found it on Discogs, like I said, it was like 28 to $30. So made it all worth it, because these were all $1 a piece. So, this right here is worth way more than what I paid. So then, what did I do? I went to, let's go with this one. I went to Goodwill, and I ended up buying a bunch of DVDs there. They had a bunch of TV shows and they charged me $1 for them. I must have had 2 or 3 seasons of different things. Same thing happened when I went to the next store, which is the Salvation Army. But they had 2 45s. All the records were trashed, not necessarily trash, but nothing I really wanted anyway. But they had a couple 45s, and I don't like to look through the 45s usually, because they're usually all scratched up and stuff. I don't know what they are, and I just don't want to deal with 45s as much. But there were 2 that I saw. One of them, I can't remember what it was, but it was a song from either the 50s or 60s that I really liked, but it was too scratched up, and I was like, eh. And I put it back, even though it had its own sleeve. This one, however, did not. But when I looked it up, it said it was. I was looking at the wrong version of it, but it was like, this also was like a $30 thing, and it is Creedence Clearwater Revival. Have you ever seen the rain? And it's back with Hey Tonight. Both of these songs are on their greatest hits. I don't have a lot by them, but I do have the greatest hits, the 20 greatest hits or whatever it is. I have it on CD and I have it on vinyl, and both of those songs are on there. But I looked it up, and when I saw that it came out in 1971, which is the year I was born, I wanted to get it. And then I saw $28 or something. I was like, oh, this might be worth it. But this turned out to be the mid-range version is like $2, and the high end is $11. I would say it's worth a little more than $2. It's not the best condition. It's not scratched up though. It's just dirty, and the label is not perfect or anything like that. But Creedence Clearwater Revival, can't go wrong with that, right? So that was the only thing I got that day from Goodwill as far as records or CDs go. Like I said, I did get a couple of other things. Then I went to the Salvation Army, and I went there twice, and I found a bunch of DVDs, like movies that I wanted, and seasons of TV shows, all $1. I don't know if it's 99 cents or $1, one or the other. But I got like 3 seasons of that 70s show. I got Futurama, the first season. I got Walking Dead's first season. I got Heart to Heart, which is a show I haven't seen since I was a kid. I have no idea any memory of it. Like, I just remember we watched it when I was a kid, and it had the first season, so I grabbed that. And there was something else that I got. There was like 5 or 6 of them, and then there was about 4 or 5 movies. But they had a ton of records, and it was all just like stuff that I have no interest in. Not a lot of interest in, I should say. I mean, there's a lot of classical stuff, a lot of those Mitch whoever guy that had all the sing-along things, and just stuff like that. It wasn't anything too great. But I did find one good CD that I know is good, and I got 2 records that I just thought might be kind of interesting. And one of them is country music as well. This is weird. But Mel Tillis, I got this, and the reason I got this is because one, it's mostly in the shrink wrap. It's beat up. Has this Country Music's 1976 Entertainer of the Year hype sticker on it. I did buy one of his records not long ago because it had a song that I knew on it, but this says featuring Ruby, Don't Take Your Love to Town, Come On Home, Heart Over Mind. Oh, Come On Home / Heart Over Mind, Rock and Roll Ruby, and it's Welcome to Mel Tillis Country. It's a little Mel right there. Pretty interesting. The reason I bought it though is because when I was sitting in the store deciding whether or not I was going to get this. It's in pretty good shape too. The record's got maybe a little scratch on it, but there was the song "Rock and Roll Ruby." It was on side A, and then on side B, there's Ruby Don't Take. And I started wondering. I was like, "Who's this Ruby person? I want to know more about Ruby." Oh, it's Ruby, Don't Take Your Love to Town, but yeah, it looks like it's two different songs right there. So, and I was just like, I got to find out about this Ruby person, so I grabbed it. It was $1. The other one I bought solely for the cover. I thought the cover was cool, and it's hits made famous by Cowboy Copas or Coppas, and it's sung by Bob Jones. Now, I don't know who Bob Jones is. And I really don't know who Cowboy Copas is, except that on the back, got another little, that art's pretty cool too. On the back, it's got a little story, and it says Cowboy Copas was a kid that started singing when he was like 12 years old, I think, and he traveled around singing all these songs, and he made all these famous songs, which we got Rainbow at Midnight, Signed, Sealed, and Delivered, Filipino Baby. Which is weird because on the back it's spelled with an F, Filipino, and on the front it's with a P, and I think the correct spelling is with a P. Kentucky Waltz, Red River Valley, I've Got No Use for Women. I don't know what that meant about him, but Alabama Waltz, Bad Man, Letter Edged in Black, and Singing on Sunday. And I believe that's all the ones they have on the back as well. But he died in a plane crash. Along with Hawkshaw Hawkins, hard to say, and Patsy Cline. So Patsy Cline was famous. So he must have been, this person must have been somebody famous. I don't know. I have any clue who Bob Jones is. But like I said, I bought it because I like the cover, and the record is filthy dirty. It's got some scratchy spots, but I think it'll play. On one side it does, but it's dirty. I don't know if you guys can see it. There's tons of fingerprints. You can see the little scratchy stuff right there on that part. I just saw it. I don't know, but it's a mess. But I don't really intend to play it too much. It is split at the bottom, unfortunately. But once I put it in a bag, which I don't have any bags right now, it'll be okay. So then I found a few CDs. This one I got solely based on this woman. I think she's beautiful. That was it. That was my whole reason to buy that. And it's in brand new shape. Her name's Amanda Shires. My Piece of Land is the name of the album. There she is again. There's a horse on that part. I don't know if there's anything behind here. Just a field. I think she's like country-ish world music, maybe. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. I don't think there's any other pictures or anything in the booklet. No, just lyrics. So I bought it based on her being a beautiful woman. That's it. Simple enough reasoning. So Amanda Shires. Next up, I bought this based off of Who's in It, but I really don't think I'm going to like this at all. And it's Stuart Copeland and Ricky Kedge. This came out. This is in 2021. And I found that weird to be in a thrift store already. But it's. I think it's gonna be world music as well. Stuart Copeland was from the Police. He's the drummer for the Police. So I figured it might be interesting. But I know like Sting did a lot of weird stuff after the Police. And this is one of those things that got put together during COVID. I just don't think it's going to be anything I'm interested in, but it's like new. Figured I'd pull it out. It's got to be worth a few bucks, right? On the new CD market. I don't sell CDs or anything. But, it's Divine Tides is the name of the album. And I don't know how you say it. I don't know if it's Kedge or KJ or what, Ricky somebody. But anyway, the last thing I got, probably the most important thing, I guess, to me in this whole collection, and it's only because I have 4 albums by this band digitally. Don't know where I got them. I don't know if I got them from, like, I checked out CDs from the library at one point and copied them. I don't know if I downloaded them from somewhere. I don't know, but I have 4 albums by this band. Magnapop, Hot Boxing. I love this band. They're just like an alternative rock, kind of pop sounding group. They were around in the 90s. I don't know if they're still around or not. But it's 3 girls and a guy, I believe, in the band. Yeah, see them right there. There's a little close-up picture of them. Oop, smaller picture of them, I mean. So it's Linda Hopper, David McNair, Shannon Mulvaney, and Ruthie Morris on this album anyway. And it was produced by Bob Mould. So, you guys know him, right? Right. So anyway, Magnapop, Hot Boxing. This is one I did have with digitally. So now I have at least a physical copy of one of their albums. Would like to get more. The other three I have are real good too. I don't know all the names of them, but off the top of my head, but that's that. So that was my thrift stores for the last couple weeks. I don't know if I'm gonna go next week or not. I'm trying to not spend money next week. Maybe the week after I might go check on some stuff. I did order the new Rancid album through what is that? Same place I got the Dropkick Murphys. Whatever it's called, that something merchandising. They're out of Los Angeles, so when that comes out, I believe it comes out on June 2nd, and when it comes out, most likely it'll be shipped a couple days before that to me. And the way the last few that I've done that were pre-release, I either got it the day before or the day after it was supposed to be released, never on the exact day. But I've only sorry about that, guys. I've only ordered like 2 or 3 things through them that were pre-order, and so it's weird when I order stuff from Los Angeles. It usually takes forever to get out of Los Angeles, and then all of a sudden it moves really fast. Like I've ordered stuff, and it's sat in Los Angeles for a week after they sent it. Like you see when they buy the whatever you call it, the shipping label, and then you see when it's picked up, and then once it's picked up, it goes from one little place in Los Angeles to another, and then you get no updates for days. And then all of a sudden it says left Los Angeles. And once it leaves, it may go to Utah or Texas or something, and then it ends up in Louisiana where I am. So anyway, that's all for this episode. Been almost 20 minutes on not a whole lot. I'm going to set my record player up and start listening to some records, because I've been wanting to listen to records all week and I couldn't because my thing was broke, and and I got some new things that I haven't been able to even touch. So I'm going to clean some records and we'll listen to some records, and I'll be good. That's it. Talk to you guys later.